You are never alone when you are left alone with God. And I keep pushing people away, and that makes me even more lonelier. I'm just like, I don't want to. Welcome, my beautiful people, back to this channel. This is Queen Angel, and today our topic is on loneliness. Let's get right into the video. 1 month ago, it was my birthday. Since I've deactivated my Facebook account recently, I do not receive birthday wishes in comparison to what I used to receive earlier. Oh. No one in my office got to know it was my birthday. It was a normal working day for me. Normally in our office, we celebrate birthdays with cake samosa party. But since anyone wasn't aware of my birthday, so nothing like that happened. In the evening, after returning from work, I went alone to a cafe and treated myself with apple pie, pizza, and brownie sundae. Oh, at least he got some celebration. This is so sad, but I can so relate. Even though this year I'm so thankful. I was shown so much love on my birthday, and I'm so thankful. But last year I couldn't celebrate it. I just couldn't. Well, there was a whole pandemic, but I still couldn't celebrate it because I had to cut off so many people who were toxic to me. Like the whole relationship, friendship, whatever, it was just so toxic, so I had to cut them off. And you know, when those people that you cut off are those people that you like so much that you wish they were the ones that were celebrating with you, you wish they were the ones that were wishing you. Yeah, that was the case. And that included my situationship. The situationship I've been talking about so much in other videos, guys. I'll link it above so you can get a full story or kinda scraps of it. So that's when I had cut him off. And this guy, when it was their birthdays, I did so much for them, like presents, posting them on my story and the rest. But when it came my birthday, no, nothing. Because of that, like, I could not actually celebrate it, even though I had other friends who loved me and all that. I couldn't really celebrate because, like, that my friend that I cut off, like, we were really close. So when the day came, I felt bad that I would invite my other friends, but I would not invite her. And I also felt sad because I wish I could celebrate it with her, but the whole friendship was toxic. So it just couldn't be. So I was just in such a state of I just couldn't do. I'm just so glad my family at least brought my spirits up, because that day I just wanted my birthday to just be done and over with, because I was just tired of counting the hours till they wish me. And when every hour goes and they don't wish me, I'm like, I'm never talking to them again. And then I'll start being sad, and then I'll be angry. I was just literally going through the whole 5 stages of grief in one day. It was just crazy. A quote by Woodrow Crow says, "You are never alone when you are left alone with God. God is standing at the door of your heart, waiting for you to open up to Him. And He will never leave you. He will never let you feel lonely, even if human beings let you feel lonely." A friend in God, I found a best friend in God who I could say, "God, let me see what they did to me. I'm hurting, I'm crying, and whatever." And God, even though He told me that, "Angel, you have to be careful of them," He literally gave me warning signs. But behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come into him, and I will dine with him and he with me. So God is knocking on the door of your heart right now, and He wants to dine with you. He wants to eat with you, and He wants to come and be with you, and He wants to be your best friend. And if God is your best friend, I'm not saying you cannot have human companions too, but when you feel like everybody has turned away their backs from you, God never will. He will never let you feel lonely. And another quotation that I like the most is, "Even if my father and my mother abandons me, the Lord cares for me." Even if your father or your mother abandons you, God wouldn't. My dad abandoned me, but God was my dad. He has been my dad. Like, if you want to know about why I decided to remain a virgin, click the link above, because not having a dad kind of contributed to that. So if you want to know that, click the link above, because God filled that loneliness void of not having a dad. I'm a 20-year-old and I'm my third year of engineering. Being a hardcore introvert, I spend almost 23 hours in my room. How relatable is this? 9 to 10 hours studying, more or less, and the rest goofing around on the internet and reading Quora. This is so relatable. This person is my spirit animal. And yeah, sometimes I do stalk my crush. I don't get any calls from my college mates. Reason is I'm an introvert. I'm currently with my parents thanks to the whole thing that happened. So no need calling them. I mute everyone who sends me good morning, good evening every day. And yes, in the family groups too. Gosh, this is literally me. And this person is complaining about loneliness. Like, I feel it because I'm an introvert too. Like, guys, if it's up to me, I'll spend every single day in my room. Like, and my phone is always on mute because I feel like I get anxiety when I'm taking phone calls. I don't know what is wrong. I'm working on that. And also, I'm so shy. Like, I used to be worse. But that was more because of a lack of confidence. I was so insecure about my weight because, guys, I was thick thing. So that affected me, my confidence, and I became so shy, and it made me even more introverted and afraid of people because I was bullied because of that. Yeah, I'll share more of that in another video. If you want to know, please comment in the comments below. I have very good friends too, but I never really talk to them because, well, they're also introverts. They're also introverts, so we meet like once a year, and that ends up making me feel even lonelier. Like, I remember like last 2 months or so, I was just so lonely. Like, I just kept feeling so lonely, even though I also have roommates, like in my uni. I have flatmates that like literally always they just want to come near me and just want me to open up. They keep inviting me out, like we should go out and do stuff. But I'm just like, I don't want to. I just don't want to open up. And I keep pushing people away. And that makes me even more lonelier. But I feel like I don't know how I can trust people. Because after my other last friendship that went to kaput, it has made me be even more scared to make somebody become as close as that person was to me. But Isaiah 4 verse 10, it says, "Do not fear, I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you. I would help you." So that says I should not be afraid. What I'm doing now is I try to trust people before they give me a reason not to trust them. And that's because I don't want to live my life in fear of what people do to me. Especially when God told me that I should not be afraid because He will help me. And now I'm sure that when there are any warning signs with anybody, I'm sure God will give me the signs immediately of red flags, so I don't have to go through that again. And to anybody who is lonely, like, you have to open yourself up, guys. Like, we have to open ourselves up because we human beings, we are meant to be social. Like, we were made to be social. So when we close ourselves away from people, that is when loneliness starts to trick in. And even there, I know there's some people like my sister. She's very social, but she also tends to feel very lonely. Even when she's with a group of people, she tends to feel very lonely. And for people like that, I have a verse for you. "I'm with you always, even unto the end of the world." That's what God says. So even when you feel lonely, even when you are with people or whatsoever, God is with you. And even if you feel like maybe people who are like that, they might feel like that because maybe those people, they might go, they will not always be by their side. But God will be with you till the end of the world. So you never have to feel lonely. You never have to feel like you're all alone. So these are some tips. I can do a separate video for tips on how to overcome loneliness, but these are some free tips that I have for you. So I found some service for loneliness, and it's called Age UK's telephone friendship, where you can call and talk to a friend, especially for older people. Especially during the pandemic, this would have been really good because the pandemic made loneliness skyrocket. Like, it's just crazy. And also friendship apps. I was actually using Bumble. Is it Bumble? Yeah, I'm sure it's Bumble. I was using this for the friendship service. So you can either do the dating service or the friendship service. So I was using it to meet new girls who were like me, like my faith and everything, like people I can relate with. And yeah, I found some really nice people. Yeah. And also youth groups too are very good. During the pandemic, I was part of like a Bible study group, a youth group, and yeah, we met on Zoom, and yeah, it was just twice a week. And just seeing a collection of people like that just come together just made me feel like I'm involved, so it also helped me not to feel so lonely and not be like, oh, I'm all alone in this world. Remember that trust people. Don't put your trust in people, put your trust in God. But before people do anything to hurt you, just trust them. Don't give all your trust to them, but just be in your head that I'm just going to trust you. I know God has got my back. I'll trust you until you give me a reason or a red flag not to trust you. Then bye. Please don't go yet. You'll see another video in 1, 2. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't go yet. 3.